Page 55. Earthworks and foundation structures. Technical investigation of the ground should provide sufficient data for efficient construction planning and execution of the building work. Depending on the construction type, the ground is evaluated either as building foundations or as building material for earthworks. Building structures are planned, if legally possible and with local approval, according to expected achievement. Avoiding marshy areas, landfill, the building construction type, and the prevailing ground conditions affect the design of the foundations. Individual footings, street foundations, raft foundations, or if the ground data are only able to carry the load structures at greater depth, high foundations. Pressure distribution must not extend over 45 degrees in masonry or 50 degrees in concrete. Masonry foundations are seldom used due to high cost. Unreinforced concrete foundations are used when the load spreading area is relatively small for smaller building structures. Steel reinforced concrete foundations are used for larger span and at a higher ground compression. They contain reinforcement to withstand the tensile loads. Reinforced instead of mass concrete is used to reduce foundation height, weight, and excavation depth. For flexible joints and near to existing structure or batteries for cross-section of raft foundations, either when load-bearing capacity is lower, or if individual footing or strip foundations are inadequate for the imposed load. Force-free depth for base for engineering structure method to improve the load-bearing capacity of the site. Vibratory pressure process with vibrator. Compact in a radius separation of the vibration correct apart 1.5 meters. The area is field. Improvement depends on the granulation and original setter. Ground compression pipes core is filled up with aggregate variety grain size without boring agate. Solidifications and compressions of the ground. Pressure injection of cement root not applicable to cohesive ground and ground which is aggressive to cement. Only applicable in quartz ground, levels, sand, and loose stone. Injection of chemicals, salicylic acid solution, calcium chloride, immediate and lasting putrefaction.